All right, welcome back. Now, I want this video to be a hard-hitting video. So let's jump straight into it. I don't want to waste anybody's time. Let's deal with Kitbull. Now, I'm not just randomly pulling a topic out of nowhere simply for content. Here recently, an article surfaced. Very out of place, very strange article. When I saw the headline, I thought to myself, what is this? This is the article right here. As you can see, this surfaced August 30th, just 4 days ago. Okay. An article about Kitbull. I'm like, what? Okay, what is this? Kitbull, where to watch and stream online. Now, when I saw that, I'm like, okay, the Pitbull lobbies, they've paid their journalists to promote Kitbull. A new season, I guess, an upcoming season of Kitbull. Now, I'm looking at this thing. I'm like, wow, this is pathetic. Kitbull, where to watch and stream online. And then they have this section. Where can you watch and stream Kitbull? I thought you just answered that in this section, but whatever. How to watch Kitbull and stream on. Okay. Wow. And then that's just the end of the article. So they just made a promotional article, an article intended for nothing other than promoting the next premiere of Kitbull. And I thought to myself, how pathetic and desperate is that? Is the Pitbull business going that bad for you? Oh, we need to promote Pitbulls? What about Kitbull? Oh, yes, let's promote it. So pathetic, man. And why? Why do I say that? I have not yet dissected Kitbull, but I'm going to dissect it on this video. This pathetic piece of propaganda. More and worse than anything about this thing is that it's dangerous. This cartoon, this short film promotes violence. It encourages hazardous scenarios. It helps to encourage people to create hazardous environments, to put both themselves and cats at risk. Very immature and reckless and irresponsible cartoon this is. And I hope the director of this sees this video. Now, I'm not going to play this pathetic cartoon, but I'm going to go through frame by frame. I hope you have all watched it. And if not, I will help you go through it. It starts off with this kitten. This is supposed to be a kitten. It's wandering through the neighborhood with a piece of fish in its mouth. It's in front of a fish shop. You see a little fish in its mouth. And this woman right here with this broom then turns and offers the kitten something. You can't see anything that's inside of her hand right here. All you see is her hand holding something, holding it out, offering it to the cat, and the cat gets scared and runs off. Okay? Keep that in mind because we're going to come back to that. So here's this cat running around with a piece of fish in its mouth. And it comes across this little junkyard type of thing. Okay? And it's squirming. And what I want y'all to notice Now, I might have to play some little small snippets, like right here. I need to show y'all this. As soon as this cartoon starts, they start with the propaganda. Watch this. You see that? This cartoon starts off with the kitten being aggressive. The kitten is the aggressor in this cartoon. The first display of aggression comes from the kitten. Okay, that's a very important part of this cartoon. Kitten comes up and screams at the birds. The birds fly away. Okay, so this kitten is playing around, making a new home with this piece of fish, and he migrates or settles in this box in this little junkyard. Okay, and then he hears a sound, and you can see him now. He's all worried. What is that? What's that sound? And he looks through the crack, and he sees this man bringing out a chain. Everything is by design in this cartoon, people. When they show you a human, they show you a human with a chain. Look at him. You see that? And this man is pulling the dog. This is actually supposed to be a dog fighting ring. This kitten settled in the backyard of a dog fighting ring. That's what this is supposed to be. And it's pretty pathetic. So it starts off projecting the pit bulls as victims. Harmless victims. Okay. Now, this is the moment where the cat sees the pit bull. Now watch this. Cat's peeking through and then it looks up and the pit bull is right there in its face. Okay. Now the cat, you see that? The cat screamed at that moment. And then the cat swats its claws, swipes at the dog's nose. So the second display of aggression, once again, comes from the cat, the feline, not the pit bull. Okay? In this moment, the kitten is aggressive with the dog. And they're saying this is out of fear. The message they're trying to put forth here is that everyone, both cats and humans, misunderstand pit bulls. This is all to illustrate how misunderstood pit bulls are. Oh, look, it just wanted to play, and you, the vicious cat that misunderstands it, you're being aggressive. They got the cat all wearing up its back and being aggressive, and the dog is all confused. Oh, I just want to play. Oh. They make it a point to never show this pit bull behave in an aggressive manner throughout this whole cartoon. So the pit bull just wants to play. So it's misunderstood. That's the point of this little segment. And that's really the point of the whole cartoon, is that they're misunderstood. Now, what does this do? Doesn't this encourage people to bring pit bulls around kittens? Wouldn't this encourage a child to bring a pit bull around a kitten? And then what? The kitten gets mauled. All because of your cartoon that inspired them to bring this couple together. Okay? I don't see there's nothing acceptable about this. This is foolish, irresponsible, and dangerous. Now, once again, you see the human being with a chain. You see that? Once again, the person comes and the person has a chain. And they show this dog, this pit bull. Oh, it wants to play. Oh, look. It's such a good boy. Such a good heart. It just wants love and love and love. No, this is food beggary. That's all this is. That's all. That's the only thing that dogs know about people is that we give them free food. Okay? And then he puts the collar around the dog, and the dog has this disappointed expression on its face after he puts the collar on it. Y'all see that? You see that? See how they made the pit bull frown up at being put on a chain? A dumb dog don't know nothing about no chain. Okay, but anyways, more victim. Oh, the dog is the victim. And now you see how the pit bull looked confused again. You see how it walked over and then it looked confused again when the pit bull noticed that the man is not trying to play with it. So you see how misunderstood pit bulls are? He just wants to play just like any other dog, but he's being ignored by the human, the evil human. So pit bulls are misunderstood. This is their message. See? And look. See the narrative that they push all the time. Never leave these dogs chained up in the backyard. That makes them aggressive. And they show people doing that to the pit bull. And this is supposed to be a dog fighting building or organization where this pit bull is. And the truth is, the thing they don't want to play, they want food. That's what all dogs want. That's all they think about is food and violence, attacking, because they're just extremely dumb, unevolved organisms. That's the gist of it all. More than anything, the most important thing about this is that pit bulls are the number one killers of all animals in society. They are the number one killers of all humans who are killed by dogs. They're the number one maimers, mutilators of all people mutilated by dogs. They lead in all categories despite making up only 6% of the dog population. So this is all propaganda, and it's very misleading, especially pushing something like this towards kids. Always keep that in mind, that this is primarily targeted towards kids. So what they're trying to do is encourage kids to bring pit bulls or kittens around pit bulls. Now, how do y'all think that's going to end? If 1,000 kids bring 1,000 kittens around 1,000 pit bulls, do you think there would be no attack at all 1,000 times? How many of you would put your money on that? I'd put my money on one of those, at least one of them, attacking either the cat, the child, or both. Oh, I'm walking away with money. We all know what's going to happen. So what does that mean? That means this is dangerous advice to give to children. You never give children advice that's going to get them hurt, or that could possibly, potentially get them hurt, or get a kitten hurt. What are you promoting? Animal abuse? It's never a positive thing to encourage people to bring kittens around pit bulls. But that's what they're doing right before you. Okay? So the cat starts playing with a bottle cap. And this is how the kitten and the pit bull bond. They bond. It starts by both of them playing with a bottle cap. And again, as always, they're trying to project that the pit bull is misunderstood. It doesn't want to attack you. And during this whole time, the kitten is constantly afraid and terrified and full of anxiety being around the pit bull, as it should be. Okay? As it should be. Because these are the number one killers of cats. Okay? Let's get that straight. Pit bulls kill more cats than cats kill cats. So it's more pathetic. Now, and this is another moment, important moment. As they're playing with this bottle cap, an airplane flies overhead. The dog barks at the airplane, and you can see the kitten get scared. startled by the dog's bark and run away. And then the dog looks at the kitten surprised, like, what's wrong? Another moment where they're trying to project pit bulls as misunderstood. Oh, I wasn't trying to harm you, little kitten. I was just barking at the big mean plane up in the sky. Oh, did I scare you, little kitty? Projecting pit bulls as kind-hearted, harmless little bunny rabbits. These are nothing like bunny rabbits. Now, if they were projecting a bunny rabbit like this, I would have no objection to it. I'd have no problem with it. But all adults should have a problem with stuff like this, with cartoons like this. Okay? Now, here's another very important moment. And this is what tells me that this is actually a dog fighting ring. You see the person offering this pit bull a stuffed teddy bear, and the person has these gloves on. Okay, now watch this. The pit bull then mutilates the stuffed teddy bear, rips the head off of the stuffed teddy bear, and then the dog smiles after ripping the head off, and the man pats the dog on the head. Okay, what does this show? And now the kitten looks at the scenario, and the kitten is scared. Like, oh no, that was so violent. That was so murderous. Oh, not my new friend. And this is the part where they're trying to project to the audience that pit bulls are taught to be violent. Because this is a scenario where they're saying, hey, look, the human being taught it to be violent and then rewarded it after it was violent by patting it on the head. But the truth is, this is what pit bulls want to do. They will mutilate something whether you offer it to them or not. Okay? If you don't offer them a stuffed animal to mutilate, they'll mutilate your shoe, a pillow, or something else. And when they start to mutilate these things against your will or your permission, without your permission, in that moment, they're still doing the same thing that they're doing here. They're practicing their killing skills. Whether they got your consent, whether you offered them the stuffed teddy bear or whatever it is or not, they will mutilate it. And as they're mutilating it, they're practicing, they're sharpening their killing skills. So pit bulls will practice killing and sharpen their killing skills and instinct no matter what you do, no matter how you raise them. Furthermore, people who do not raise pit bulls to fight still give them toys, and they mutilate those toys. So the exact same thing is going on in households that are against raising them to fight, and what goes on in dog fighting homes where they're raising them to be fighting dogs. So go ahead and stick your chest out if you want about that, nutters. Oh, this thing is jam-packed with propaganda. They act like pit bulls don't want to do stuff like this. If they didn't want to do it, they wouldn't do it. And there's nothing that people could do to make them do it. They're doing what they were bred to do, what they have an instinct to do. That whole narrative is pathetic. So now the kitten saw that, and the kitten is terrified. Oh, not the killer. Now look at this. Another scene where they reveal that this is supposed to be a dogfighting ring. This man opens the door and kicks a limp-bodied that same limp-bodied pit bull down the stairs, and that pit bull has cuts all over it. Okay? And it's limping. So this is supposed to be one of those pit bulls that are abused and used as bait dogs. Oh, see, pit bulls are used as bait dogs. This is why they turn violent. But even despite that, this pit bull never displays violence at any point in this cartoon. Not even a bad temper, nothing. And this is pretty pathetic. Projecting this idea that the majority of pit bulls that attack have at some point in their life been trained to be a fighting dog and all this nonsense. So pathetic. So, look at this. This kitten then gets trapped inside of this plastic thing. And here comes the injured dog over to help. The injured pit bull over to help. And of course, once again, the kitten misunderstands the pit bull. Once again, the poor pitty is misunderstood. Oh, he's abused and he's misunderstood. You see, this is the life of a pit bull. They're misunderstood and they're abused by people. They're chained up, mistreated, neglected, abused. Get out of here. The majority of pit bulls that attack have not been abused. Now, did you see that? As the dog went to grab the plastic, the kitten scratches it on the nose. And even then, the pit bull never shows aggression. He's just misunderstood. Oh, I was just trying to help. I'm not a killer. It's all a myth. Boy, the irresponsibility of stuff like this. These things are true, bona fide, real life killers. And they are the only creatures that attack, mutilate, maim, and or kill children 13 and under on a regular basis. You have no business under the sun projecting them in this manner as the misunderstood, harmless. Oh, I never want to hurt. Get out of here. These things come out of the womb with a desire to attack and to feel good while they do it. Scientific fact. But oh, the propaganda. Oh, I was just trying to help. Oh, once again, misunderstood. Now understand, this dog has been around this cat, or this cat's been around this dog for a while now. Half the cartoon is over. And this kitten is still misunderstanding the dog's intentions. Oh, it's a pit bull myth. This is so pathetic. Once again, running away from this pit bull. Look. Oh, it's so sad and cut up. Oh, it has a broken leg and it's misunderstood. Just got scratched in the nose by a kitten. Oh, everybody misunderstands me. Now, pit nutters, you goofballs. You all would have a convincing case if, when we look at the dog attack statistics, pit bulls attacked 6% of the victims. Then we could say, you know what? These people are right. Pit bulls, they only make up 6% of the dog population. And around 6, we can even say 8% of all people attacked were attacked by a pit bull. They are misunderstood. But when you look at the stats, and these things account for 65, 70, 80%, 90%, and in some cases 100% of attacks, get out of here. There's nothing to talk about. There's no debate to be had. The only thing needs to be done is you need to be corrected, and then case closed. Nutters. So that's what I'm doing here. So, oh, the misunderstood Pitbull. Oh, he's misunderstood again. Then it walks away, and then it sort of goes to sleep in its little doghouse, right? And then the kitten makes its way over and licks this mutt and falls asleep next to it. It's pretty pathetic. Okay. Then they hear a sound. They start playing with the cap again, right? Once again, they start playing with the bottle cap. Oh, now they're best friends. Oh, misunderstood as always. So the dog is all abused with 3 legs, right? And then they hear a sound. Oh, here comes the evil human again. Oh, here he comes. The kitten breaks camp, and the kitten is now calling the pit bull to come with it. Come with me. Let's run away. Let's get away from these evil humans who give you an endless amount of free food. And let's be honest here, these people, even if this is a dogfighting ring, in dogfighting, all they do is release the dogs. They understand, in these dogfighting organizations, they basically do the same thing that all other dog owners do who are against raising dogs to be violent. No matter how uppity of a household you have, all dog lovers will give their dogs toys. All of them. And being that these things are natural born killers, they practice their killing skills when you give them those toys. That's the same thing people do when they raise these things to be violent. They will offer them a toy, just like what you saw in this cartoon, and let the dogs mutilate it. They act like the dog knows the difference. It's pretty pathetic, man. So these people who own bully breeds, period, all of them are basically raising all of those bully breeds to be fighting dogs and to be attacking dogs. And that's why the pit bull population as a whole produced the statistics that they produce. So they struggle. The dumb dog is all afflicted and dysfunctional, and it struggles to get over the fence. And then it finally gets over the fence. And as soon as they get over the fence, the evil human opens the door. Watch this. And the evil human has a chain in his hand. How about that? Oh, get a load of these people. The evil human has a chain in his hand. He comes back to put the poor innocent pit bull back on a chain in the backyard. Oh, dogs are family. Bring it inside the home. So pathetic. So the pit bull has now escaped. So now what you have is a stray pit bull. A stray pit bull. Look at the message that they're putting out here. Look at the targeted audience. Children. And they're projecting this idea that if they see a stray pit bull somewhere, it's friendly. Don't misunderstand it. Don't assume that it's dangerous. Walk up to it. Reach your hand out to pet it. Don't be a racist and assume that it's violent and evil just because it's a bully breed. No, walk up to it. This is what they're teaching kids. Not me, but IHD is the bad guy. I'm the evil guy, right? I'm the guy with the evil spirit. No, y'all just mad. Y'all just mad because you know that I got a passion to expose evil. Y'all nutters, you know you're the one displaying true evil. Stop it. And you're trying to silence the people who expose the true evil because you're out here fooling people, making them think that you're the morally upright people of society. No. Now, they show this. They show the kitten being aggressive once again, biting, and notice they only show the cat's fangs throughout this cartoon. They never show the pit bull's fangs. And they show the cat's fangs biting, engaged in more violence, and this time being violent with the pit bull. And once again, the pit bull displays no sign of aggression whatsoever. So throughout this whole cartoon, they're projecting this idea that aggression is abnormal for pit bulls. Like aggressive behavior is not normal for pit bulls. And if they do become aggressive, that's not what they really want to do. Even though their physical, biological brain is releasing feel-good chemicals, instructing them to keep killing, keep attacking. This is what you're bred for. It's what you're born for. It's what you're designed for. Keep doing this. But the nutter, the pit nutter, is telling you otherwise. Even the dog's physical body disagrees with these pit nutters, talking about violence and being aggressive is abnormal for them. What's abnormal is living around all of these other living organisms and not being allowed to attack them freely as they would like. That's what's abnormal. And that's why many of them spaz out and just run around, break free, and attack every living creature in sight. Finally, I get to do what I have a natural urge to do: attack and kill. Boy, this is so dangerous. So irresponsible. Now, this is the same person from earlier in the cartoon. You remember that lady who offered this kitten something? Kitten was running around with a piece of fish in its mouth. And this is the same lady now offers the cat a can of cat food. Okay? Now, I want you to take a good look at this woman. Some people might think this is a black woman. I don't think it's supposed to be a black woman. I think it's supposed to be a Malaysian woman. Okay? And the race of this person is actually a factor in this cartoon and in the overall message of the cartoon. You'll see why at the end. So this person offers a kitten some food, not the pit bull. Okay. So finally, the same kitten that this person tried to get the attention of at the beginning of the cartoon, same person, same kitten, now reunited, and they have a positive interaction. And here comes the pit bull. Okay, look at the message they're sending out. And the woman gets worried, as she should. And they show the kitten smiling at the pit bull. You see they still got the scratches on the pit bull. Oh, it's still injured. It's still a victim. Oh, look at what it's been through, what people have put it through, and it still doesn't want to attack anyone. They're projecting this idea that violence and being aggressive is something that pit bulls don't want to do, like it's somehow abnormal to them. Well, this is very dangerous propaganda. So the kitten starts to embrace the pit bull. And of course, that encourages the woman to then trust the pit bull. The woman stoops down, puts her stupid face right into the face of a stray pit bull. Now, think about this. Is this the type of thing people should start to do, should start to normalize? Should that be the standard protocol when you see a stray pit bull? Get on your flipping knees, put your stupid face in its face, and try to rub it? What part of this makes sense? This is dangerous. And this has gotten a lot of people attack people. A lot of faces have been mutilated because they've been inspired by nonsense like this. We're not obligated to treat these things as if they're harmless when they have a track record that they have. When they produce the daily statistics that they produce, don't sit here and try to convince me that I'm obligated to treat them like they're harmless. But anyways, this woman is inspired to trust this turd-faced, hideous monster. I don't care that it's a cartoon. This turd-faced, monstrous, saggy, mutant-faced beast. She's encouraged to trust it because the kitten trusts it. And now she sees the light. So now she adopted both the kitten and the pit bull. And now you see the woman is now coupled with I assume a white man. Maybe this is an interracial couple. Their whole point was, look, this is an unlikely couple or an unexpected couple, a pit bull and a kitten. In the same way that an interracial couple is an unexpected couple. And the message here is so deceptive. The message is, hey, wouldn't it be wrong of you to bring a people of different races together or to try to keep them apart? So why would you try to keep cats away from pit bulls? You wouldn't try to keep people of different races apart, would you? So we shouldn't keep any living creature away from pit bulls, not even tiny little kittens. So what are they doing? They're teaching recklessness. They are encouraging attacks, injuries. This seems like something that has been published so that hospital visits increase. As if that's the goal. Like, hey, we need more people to come into hospitals injured with very bad injuries that cost a lot of money to fix. Okay, well, what's the most expensive type of injury? Probably a dog attack injury. Yeah, they look like shark attack victims. So yeah, let's increase the number of visits of the most expensive types of injuries. You can't make this up. Now, this is an unbelievable cartoon when you understand how dangerous dogs are, how dangerous bully breeds are. Something like this, it strikes us as insane, and it's infuriating. And this was uploaded 4 years ago. Already, it has over 100 million views. Over 100 million views. It does not get more deceptive, misleading, more dangerous. It does not get any more immoral than this. And your target audience is children. Really? So they're projecting this idea that it's sinful to treat a pit bull as if it's dangerous. It's immoral to treat a pit bull as if it's dangerous, to avoid going places where pit bulls are. That's immoral. That's ungodly. In what way does this make sense, people? How did this become a thing? How did it become honorable or respectful to encourage a culture like this? You have to worship dogs to believe that they should have the freedom to attack anybody in society they want. But once you find out that they prefer to attack your kids, you think, oh, they would have definitely gotten rid of them by now. No, they push them even more. You cannot make this up, man. Now this, despite all the recent stories that have surfaced, those of you who keep up with the news, you know I have been failing. I have been failing to keep up with all these attack stories. It's through the roof. Now remember, this Kitbull article surfaced 3 days ago. This is another very recent article. This surfaced September 1st, 3 days ago. Cobb County Courier, dog of the day. Quote, well, lean over and pet me. I'm sure you'll want to adopt me then. That's pathetic. That is pathetic. That is desperation at the highest level. Okay? That surfaced just 3 days ago. This one right here surfaced, a couple days ago? Another little desperate, pathetic article. Pitbull, too much of a gentleman to fight, was discarded for being sweet. And that's the message that the cartoon pushes. And they'll bring a dog onto a news broadcast, a pit bull, and the pit bull will be there for 5-8 minutes. And in that 5 to 8 minutes, it won't attack anybody. And they'll say, hey, look, that's proof that they're misunderstood. It went 8 minutes without trying to kill somebody. So don't pay attention to the statistics that they produce, which is the most important and the most telling of bully breeds as a breed if they have breed-specific traits and behaviors. It will be seen in the statistics. It will not be seen in an 8-minute visit with the thing. The statistics is the only thing you need to pay attention to. You don't need to pay attention to these goofy videos floating around, and notice how the dog nutters, the pit nutters, that's what they tell you to pay attention to. Y'all remember I shared a video, was it a video or article, where a pit nutter said exactly that, literally. Said, don't pay attention to statistics or dog attack reports. Pay attention to the dodo videos that are out here. So they're basically just trying to force people to be as ignorant and unintelligent as they themselves are. There's another article that surfaced here recently. Here recently, they have cranked up their promotion of bully breeds. This surfaced 4 days ago. Pitbull mix hasn't been adopted after 2 years in the shelter. Oh, don't you want to come and adopt a Pitbull? Notice how they're putting the bully breed, they're specifying that they need people to adopt bully breeds. Y'all remember that article not long ago that surfaced? It started all of this, where they said, like, forget it, man. We need y'all to adopt bully breeds. Don't come out here for cats. Don't come out here for no other type of dog. You want to come out here to adopt any animal, any pet, take a bully breed. That's basically what they're doing at this point. This one surfaced 4 days ago. It crying about how it's been in there for 2 years. Service animals are fine, but pets should stay at home. Now, I wanted to share this because I wanted to share with you all the changes that are taking place in this anti-dog movement. I don't know how many of you are noticing it, but there are more and more articles that are starting to surface that are openly anti-dog, where they're sort of sounding like us. And I've been saying that this would happen. We're going to encourage more and more people to come out the closet, okay, and be open and honest about their anti-dogness. Because more and more people are going to realize that it's a flawless position. There's no flaws in it. All the flaws are in the dog culture. And this is just one of the many things about dog culture that's irrefutable. Service animals are fine, but pets should stay at home. Everybody should know this. This is the law. But you see, people are getting tired of dog lovers breaking the law, of them having so much freedom that they feel like the law doesn't even apply to them. Now, what they point out in this article is true, because I've seen the same thing. They point out how 90% of the people who bring their dogs into stores and stuff like that are seniors. And I've seen young people do it too. And of course, these spineless store managers, you better step to these seniors. This ain't 1950. You can't be bringing no dog inside of a store. It's against the law. Yeah, y'all better check these people before we do. Because I'm going to definitely make a scene. And all I'm going to do is point out that that's against the law. You're breaking the law. And I'm going to quote you the law that you're violating. We're going to go over that too. We're going to have to, that way we all know and have it memorized, the exact law that's being violated when these nutters bring a pet inside of a store. That's so arrogant. Because when you bring a pet inside of a store, they made it mandatory. It has to be a service dog and it has to have a vest. Well, these people are so arrogant, they think, oh, I don't need no vest. And they walk inside of a store and none of the workers tell them to get out. So that's all the dog workers working together to break the law. And you, just one person by yourself, can put an end to that. All you got to do, pull out your phone, record. That's against the law. You're violating this law, that law. I'm about to call the police. They're going to come up here because you're violating the law. Many people have allergies. Anybody can have an allergic attack right now, and that could lead to an asthma attack. Some people have cynophobia. Some people have been mutilated by dogs. They can have an episode in here. Just keep hitting them with the facts. Don't worry about causing a scene or having confrontation. When people know that you are in the right and that you got the law on your side, they are least likely to attack you, whether verbally or physically. It's at that point where they know that they need to put themselves in check, because anybody else who gets involved, they're going to take the person who's on the side of the law. Don't be scared of these people. Now look at this. I want y'all to look at this other one. Oh, please don't tell me I lost this thing. But this is another one though. People are getting bold, man. This surfaced a few days ago. Said, I hate that my mother-in-law brings her dogs when babysitting. Oh my goodness. I'm going to have to deal with it. I'm going to have to deal with this on a different video. Oh, this is juicy. Here, let me share it first. That way y'all can read it and you'll have it nice and memorized by the time I deal with it. But that's a whole different, I'll have to save that for a different one. Oh boy. So there you go. let's keep this about Kitbull. I also wanted to share a few recent articles. Listen, man, just check my channel. Wake up. You check Google. Pit bulls are the last animals on this planet that you need to project as misunderstood. In fact, dogs, when it comes to dogs, pit bulls are the one breed that we know best. We understand them better than we do the temperament of other breeds. What are you talking about? And you are insane promoting these things to kids. Pit bulls to kids. And you want the youngest of kids possible to go up to pit bulls and treat them like they're harmless. There's no way you can make sense out of that. And there's no way you can deny that that's irresponsible. It's reckless. It's a whole bunch of different things, all negative. Even if you're trying to suggest to adults to treat pit bulls as if they're harmless, you're out of your mind. People, as you all know, practice cynophobia with your nose in the air and your chest out. Okay? And if a medical expert tries to educate you on cynophobia, put them in their place, please. Y'all can try your best. You can ignore us all you want. You're going to eventually have to deal with what we're talking about. And I can't wait. Shout out to everybody able to join me for this very important live stream. And please, if you noticed anything about this horrible, immoral cartoon that people should be aware of, please let us know about it in the chat room or the comment section of this video. And I hope to see you all back on the next live stream as we continue with this crusade.